This is code.org. If you don't have this stuff, you need to go back and do the other parts of our lesson. All right, let's see what we're working on here. Creating functions. Your program now includes code in two places to set enemies on the left. That's true, right? We have it, and I mentioned this earlier, right here. When the game starts, we set enemies on the left. Here as well, right? Enemy 1 and enemy 2, we set them up over here. You can create functions to reset each of your two enemies to remove repetitions. Yeah, we're repeating ourselves. And usually if you are repeating yourself in a program, you don't want to. There's a better way to do it. That's the great thing about this is we can make things automatic. So this will make your program easier to read, allow you to change it more easily, and allow you to quickly reset your sprites at other points in your program if you need to. Yeah, so we can move them back over to the side super easy anywhere we want. All right, so do this. At the bottom of your program, create two new functions, set enemy 1 and set enemy 2. So we're splitting up the setting of enemies, right? We have enemies touch cake. What happens though? Well, we push them back over here and we randomize Y. We push enemy 2 back over there and we randomize Y. What do we do when the game starts? Enemy 1, we push it back to 0x and we randomize Y. So we're repeating ourselves. You don't want to do that in programming. So I'm going to drag out a new function and then another one. I'll reset so it doesn't give me that warning. You don't need to have these spaces. I'm just creating them for readability for you. All right. Oh, I should have gone. I just used the draw function. I should have gone to functions and dragged that out. But set enemy 1. Okay. And then this will be set enemy 2. All right. Now what do we need? It's going to ask us to do that repeated code. So set enemy 1, set enemy 2. Inside each of these functions, place the code that sets the enemy on the left-hand side of the screen. Well, like I said, if I go up here, I can even see, oh yeah, this is where I make the enemy 1 go back over here because the enemy touches the cake, and I randomize Y so it's at a different spot on the road. Well, then I'm going to click and drag, and then I'm just going to pull this chunk of code down here. Set enemy 1, because that's what I actually want to do with this is exactly what I already had. Same thing for this. Or I could go up here where I also do the same thing. I set the enemy's X to 0, right, when the game starts, and I randomize the Y for enemy 2. So great. Now what I'm going to do, once I get both these in here, now I have these functions. So now when I want to push the enemy to the other side, X is equal to 0, randomize Y, I can just say set enemy 1. So everywhere I had this code before, enemy1.x equals 0, enemy1.y equals this, I can now just say set enemy 1. So let's first go to where I stole it from, right? I grabbed it from enemy touches cake, and now I need to call the function, which is where we just say the name of the function, asking the computer to run that code. So set enemy 1. Now when the computer runs this function, enemies touch cake, if the enemy is touching the cake, it hits this and says set enemy 1. What is that? Smack. And it sets the enemy's X to 0, randomizes the Y, just like we had before, but now we just use a function to do it, and we change the score. Now look at this. Enemy.2.x, 0, enemy2.y, this. We don't need this anymore. I'm deleting it, because we already put that in the function down here, enemy 2. So now, same deal. We need to use a function call so it knows to run set enemy 2. Now, we're still not done, though, because remember, we use it more than once. That's why we're using a function. Now, for player 1, I didn't get rid of this, right? Because I used the other code for that. So here, I can go ahead and delete enemy1.x, enemy1, the whole thing, enemy1.y, because I can just call the function that we created to do this. Same deal right here, right? So I moved, though, that code inside of the function, so it's already gone. Now I just need to... I'll put it right here. And so what we did, the game should function no differently right now. However, notice we now can use this wherever we need. Set enemy 1. You save code, because keep in mind, we created this function, but we deleted 2 lines up here and 2 lines up here. And now we can just use 1 line to do the exact same thing. So hopefully our enemy is still reset. Boom. And they set at the beginning, which is still running our function. Pretty cool. Onward.